Hello, everyone. Welcome back to K Speaks TV. Um, I just want to tell you guys thank you so much for continuing to rock with me and having patience with me uploading these videos and so forth, and just sticking it out with me, finding my rhythm and my consistency. I appreciate you all. I see you guys are watching the videos. I see you guys are subscribing. And I hope for those that are watching and not subscribing yet, eventually I can get you to subscribe and, stay over here so I'm going to build with you. You know what I mean? And just, chop it up. But today, real quick, see, I'm in my closet because I'm supposed to be in here taking off my clothes. But I wanted to say something to you guys. So, for me, I have ADD, right? Attention deficit disorder, where I cannot sit still. I have 20 different thoughts and ideas going on up here in my head. I am bouncing off things sometimes, or I get these really highs, and then the next thing you know, I'm like, you know. So I will come up with a concept or an idea, and trust me, it is beautiful. I see where this can work, and I start off, I'm like, I take off running, or I do my research because I love to do research. Sometimes I think me do research too much, so sometimes it full of unnecessary information, yeah. But the thing is, having ADD, and this doesn't go for only people that have ADD or ADHD or mood disorders or anything like that. It doesn't have to be people like me. Basically, everybody has this problem. We start off so good, so motivated, start off so excited, and then all of a sudden it all comes crashing down, right? Is either the budget go wrong, or no matter how you put the details together, no matter how much you had planned the goal, or you just know that this was it, some life happened and then it just come crashing down, right? Or grief happen, finances happen, emotional things happen, psychological things happen, physical things happen, spiritual things happen, and then all of a sudden you're spiraling. And what happens is you will give up on your goal, or you will just stop that lesson and then go start something else. Then the same thing happen. Or you have like 5 or 6 different ideas, and these are all wonderful ideas, and you want to do all of them one time, and then before you know it, you only have half of this, quarter of this, 3/4 of this, barely 1% of this, and before you know it, you have all these different pieces. It's like you start out with this wonderful goal, and or this wonderful idea, wonderful thought process, and you're going to invest in something, or invest in yourself. It's like you're saying, this is my seed, and I'm going to get this foundation, this piece of land, and I'm going to plant it right here. And I see for myself where this can be very fruitful. Like when it starts to do its thing, it's going to be fruitful, it's going to be wonderful. Then all of a sudden, when you look now, it's just a piece of tree with be a branch, and the branch them don't even have leaf, it just dry, it just turn grang grang. That's what we Jamaican people call like firewood. It turn grang grang. And it's not like when you look at all these branches that's on there, it's not like you can prune it off and be like, oh, I'm going to start watering it different. May I go just trim it up and just make it grow different. There's no life in the tree, right? It's something happen, and the goal just It just did, right? Instead of giving up or just deciding like, hey, this idea was just, listen, it just not work, I'm just gonna start something else. Instead of repeating that whole concept where you have all these branches in your life and so forth, what you can do is just look back at, why is it that this wonderful fruitful tree that I saw, that I have in my mind, like, why didn't it work? Like, what happened, and you got to start asking, was it the environment that I planted the tree, right? Was it not like, was the seed, was it time? Because certain seeds, as a farmer daughter, I know that certain seeds or certain things that you want to plant, you have to do it within a certain season. So is it that when I planted the seed the last time, was it that I was doing it out of season? Because, and this can be an example. So this idea is a wonderful idea. It's going good, and you think that it's gonna break some ceilings, and you have some money right now, and you're like, oh yeah, I can invest it and all of that. But you never look at the forecast of, you never cast this whole blanket of looking at the forecast to see if storm are gonna come, certain bills are gonna come up. Somebody might get sick, me might not get to go on my job, or me might not work certain hours in order to have this money. Something, you never look on the forecast for this season before you went in and input all this investment and so forth, or before you put all this time. You never went in and did your in-depth research. You see somebody else do it and you just think, say, oh, they may just do it, like that. But you did not do your own research to make sure that this was the season for that. So you have to before you go planting another tree, you have to just pull everything to the forefront, line up all your ducks them in a row, and just ask yourself, like, where did I go wrong with this tree? What was I using to water this tree? Because some of us, we start off good, and then we start water with tree with negativity from ourselves or from other people. We start water the tree with doubt and fear, or we start procrastinate so much. Or start getting unmotivated when we're supposed to find a way to push in. We give up too easily, right? And then now the tree just get watered with all the wrong things. So now the root no hold as firm as it's supposed to hold, or it just not go right from the root, because the things that we are watered with, the things that we are fertilized it with, was just not it, right? So now, moving forward, when you are about to plant a tree again, or decide like, hey, I have this really idea, listen, focus on one. And me can tell you this from experience. Focusing on one thing at a time is beautiful. It's when you try to do too much all at once. When you try to do too much all at once, something get messed up somewhere, and you can't really focus. You can't really focus enough to put that much love and that much attention in the root, you understand, in the beginning of what you're supposed to be doing, so that the tree can become fruitful. And I really hope I'm making sense to somebody right now. So instead of focusing on 20 different things, put all the ducks them in a row and look, or gather all your seeds them together and be like, hey, if I plant this one seed, when it becomes fruitful, will any of these other seeds benefit from it, right? Because sometimes we think that the 6 good ideas that we have, it's going to work, but overall, when you really sit down and you look at it, that one thing that you do, it end up bearing so much fruit. That you don't even need to plant any more of them a seed in this season, you know. So find out what's the seed that you have right now, right? The tree where you already have, the goal where you already have, and it just seem like I just be a grand just a company, and you cutting off the branches and all them kind of something there, is still the tree rotten down from the root, and them kind of way that the root just no fertile, or the ground itself is not fertile. You probably have to leave that alone. You probably have to go just cut down that completely and just move to new soil, fertile soil, right? And make sure that the seed that you are about to plant is in the right season. You're planting the seed in the right season. If the same thing is going to keep happening to you, you're going to keep having these trees, all these goals that you keep, coming up with, all these ideas that you keep coming up with, they're going to be fruitless. They're going to end up with continuous continuous non-branches in your life. If branches, they might make no sense. They might eventually go use make firewood, right? So moving forward, pick one seed and make sure that the seed that you are picking is in the right season for planting. We can't do everything all at once, and sometimes we feel like planting 6 different seeds, 6 different business ideas, 6 different that and whatnot, and it will work. It doesn't always, it's not always like that, and that's how we become overwhelmed and then become unmotivated or just start procrastinating because we have too much things going on all at once. So look at all the seeds, all the goals, all the thought processes that you have going on right now. Look at the season that you're in financially, mentally, psychologically, physically, emotionally, right? Look at your support system. Look at your farming team. And if I just you, then you have to go bring it all the way, yes, right? And if you have your farming team, you have people in mind and whatnot, make sure that these are reliable farmers. So when you drop shot and whatnot, you can call somebody and say, hey, go water this to me, or go spray a little fertilizer upon this to me, and them not frown, or them not left you hanging for worm nyam down the tree. You understand? Them no left you. If somebody have to go borrow money from, and them kind of way there, if you get certain things started, make sure say are reliable people them, and go start out the process here, so, and then boom, them decide say, yeah, what, them now go, but I get the money or something happen, and them kind of way there. No, grand again, right? Line up your seeds today. Line up your seeds and see which one will be more fruitful in this season, okay? And make we start cut down them grand here that's in our lives moving forward by just bringing it in, really focusing and being purposeful about our goals and the things that we want to achieve in this season, okay? It was nice talking to y'all, and I really hope that I made sense with this whole analogy. Have a good one, and I want y'all to drop some seeds in the comments, okay? Bye. Gotcha.